Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today let's talk about 5 habits that is keeping you broke. Why you keep on putting effort to salvage your financial situation, but you end up being in the same place where you were, or possibly getting worse each day and each night. So without further delays, subscribe and like my video and share, and let's grow this community. Number 1 is debt. Yes, debt is something that can keep you broke for the rest of your life. If you borrow to consume, if you borrow to survive, you keep borrowing till the entire period that you live on this earth. It keeps you living a downward cycle of poverty until you take pragmatic steps to do away with that debt. You cannot get enough money to save and invest and build wealth and leave something behind to depend on old age, and possibly for your children to depend as well. Yes, so debt is not only just good, but it is something that is going to psychologically put you into depression, and you will live your entire life miserable. Now, don't get me wrong, there are instances that you may have to take debt, but in that case, probably you started a business and you're working. The business is moving on well and you need a loan to be able to leverage that business. Such instances are different, but in most cases, we borrow money to buy consumables, to pay for bills that don't bring any return. And if we live such a life, it is not going to help us. In the Bible, the book of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 7, the Bible says, the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is a slave to the lender. So even the book of God states that the borrower is a slave. So you have just enslaved yourself to people, to the banks that you keep borrowing money from. They now take control of your life. You are now under the ocean, and when you are under the ocean or in the water, you are no longer in control of your life. So you keep working to pay off that loan that you took from that financial institution, and before you realize, you have no time to actually build wealth. And don't forget, your period of staying on this earth is just maybe 60, 80, 70, 90 years, depending on whatsoever. But then your active years is just going to be around 60 to 65. So if you keep working, paying loans that you don't complain, keep taking loans without actually building wealth, you will live your entire life with regret. If you are addicted to loans and credit, you cannot enjoy life. The American financial expert and researcher, Dr. Thomas J. Sterling, in 2012 wrote a book titled The Millionaire Mind. In this book, Sterling emphasized that you cannot enjoy life if you are addicted to credit and consumption, which means if you keep on going for debt just to buy consumables, you will not enjoy life. You are going to live your life with a psychological depression for the rest of your life. Dave Ramsey, another financial expert, indicated in his book, The Total Money Makeover, that you have to be wary of credit. You have to be careful of credit. The way you approach credit depends on how you build wealth. And if you are addicted to credit, that is consumer debt, you will ruin your financial life and move towards a financial disaster. The number 2 life lessons that is keeping you is you buying impulse. So impulse is things you don't plan to buy. You just buy them because they are available for sale. Have you ever wondered why you visit a mall or a market? You don't intend to buy a shoe, but you end up buying that shoe because it was displayed for sale. You plan to go and buy your hair. You end up buying that particular jeans, trouser, or shirt that you didn't plan to buy. This is what we call impulse buying. Many people buy some goods just because they are available for sale. And instances where you buy some goods because you found it to be cheaper at another place. I don't need an apple. I am planning to buy orange. I found apple to be cheaper here. I end up buying apples in addition. You are just wasting your money. Buy because it fulfills you. Buy because you actually plan and need to buy it. In that case, you will avoid impulse purchases. Another lifestyle habit that is keeping you broke is living to impress others. Morgan Housel, in his book, The Psychology of Money, said it all. that when we buy things to impress people we don't like, we actually end up with less money. So here, this is what we do. We usually buy things just to impress our friends and relatives. Impress people that we don't like. Just to impress random people we don't even know, who don't really even care about us. And when we do that, we actually burn out the money that we have that we could have used wisely and invest that money for future returns to actually build wealth and become rich. We stay to impress others, and at the end of the day, what? We are left with no money. Thomas Stanley, an American financial expert in the year 2012, wrote a book titled The Millionaire Mind. In this book, Stanley emphasized that if you actually are keeping up with the Joneses, you can't build wealth. That is keeping up with others. You should have a fulfilled life that you are trying to live. If you are being carried away by other people or just doing what they are doing, you cannot build wealth. You will move toward a financial ruin and ultimately a financial disaster. Dave Ramsey's popular book, Total Money Makeover. Dave Ramsey stated that the Joneses can do math. The Joneses here refer to your friends, the other class of people that you are keeping up with, and they don't know math. They don't know that if I earn $5,000 and I spend $6,000, I'll be broke. They don't know that if I earn 2,000 cedis and I spend 4,000 cedis, I'll be broke. They don't know if I earn 50,000 naira and I spend 70,000 naira, I'll be broke. So if you are the one who is keeping up with the Joneses, just like other people, what they are doing, you can't build wealth, and then you will live your entire life in a financial regret. Another lifestyle habit that is keeping you broke is lifestyle inflation. Most of the times when there is an increase in our income, even though the previous budget we have can still support our life, we automatically adjust our spending to match what has been increased. And if we live like this, we cannot truly build wealth. Imagine you are living in a neighborhood that rent is something you can afford, but as soon as there is a 10%, 20% increase in your salary, you quickly move to an expensive neighborhood, believing that you deserve it. Yes, no one argues that, but you should move to another place just because it is convenient for you. It is going to add value for you. You shouldn't just move in there because you want to keep up with the kind of people who, or the caliber of people who live in such environment. When we do it, that we blow away the money that we could have actually saved and invest for future and build wealth. And you don't want to be catch up with lifestyle inflation. You cook at home and eat, and that is fine. But because your salary has been increased, your income has increased, you quickly have to start buying in expensive restaurants. You no longer cook at home again. When you do it that way, you will be left with no money to invest for the future, and you will ruin your finances. So let's look at the last lifestyle, which is number 5, gambling. If you truly want to stay free and have a financial peace of mind, build wealth and achieve financial freedom, you should stay away from gambling. What did I say? Stay away from gambling. Gambling is not an option. There is nobody that has actually made it, who is billionaire, a millionaire, or actually financially free, that has achieved that through gambling. Marco Puzzo said in his popular saying that, show me a gambler and I will show you a loser. In gambling, it is the house that wins. The odds are against you. Gamble of any kind, being it in a casino, being it aviator, being it whatever kind of thing you do, betting or whatsoever, the odds are against you. It is the house that wins. The gambling house, they win. You don't understand the algorithm behind this particular gambling. It is designed in such a way that it is the house that wins, and you don't want to play in that. A league that is already rigged against you, you don't want to be in this particular league. There's also a popular saying that goes that gambling is about falsifying yourself to get something that definitely you will never get it. If a gambler today wins $1 million today, I tell you, in the next 1 year, this gambler will be broke again. So the odds are even against you. The odds is just like 1 out of a million, and you don't want to play in a league that's already rigged against you. Spend less than you earn. Invest your surplus in assets or in things you actually understand, and you will build wealth. There are a lot of people that regretted for gambling. People their houses, gamble their cars away, ruin their relationships. They keep lying. They became chronic lies. They keep borrowing money, and they can't tell the people they borrow money from that they are gambling. They give different lies to support whatever they are doing. And you don't want to be in that category of people. So if you truly want to build wealth and achieve financial freedom, stay away from gambling. Live below your means, save and invest the surplus. In the long run, you will achieve financial freedom. Nobody wins with money overnight. Thank you. Bye. Please remember, share this video, subscribe and like, and let's build this community together. And I will keep on providing more information, and that will help you build wealth. When we understand and know how to keep our money, we'll look into good places to invest your money, and with time, your money will what? Will compound, and you will have financial freedom. Thank you. Bye, and see you next time.